This is Matthew Cratters, Bitcoin University. Today I want to answer the question, will ETH holders make good toilet cleaners? First, some background. As Bitcoin continues to eat the world, many holders of other cryptos will become increasingly impoverished relative to Bitcoiners. And this is not something that most shitcoiners or altcoiners seem to understand, since they often don't even understand why they shouldn't be denominating their returns in fiat. This is a comment from Sniper Picks. Last time you FUD'd ETH, it bottomed. I responded with the video. He responded by saying, I still have my comment in that video and said your video would be the bottom. It is up 100% since you FUD'd it. And my response, why are you still denominating everything in fiat? ETH BTC, looking at that exchange pair, that currency pair, is the relevant way to measure it. And ETH has collapsed massively against BTC since September 2022. Feel free to own proof of stake crap if you want. I can't stop you from impoverishing yourself relative to Bitcoiners. So that's what I wanted to talk about in today's video. The US dollar is a melting ice cube. It's constantly losing purchasing power. So it doesn't make the best denominator when calculating investment returns. Even a roll of toilet paper is a better store of value than the US dollar, especially as we saw during COVID. So you'd probably be better off viewing the ETH toilet paper chart rather than the ETH US dollar chart if you want to understand whether your money is preserving its purchasing power. Unlike the US dollar and other fiat toilet paper, Bitcoin is the world's apex predator asset. It's scarce, it's permissionless, it's censorship resistant, it's basically unstoppable, and it's not controlled by a small group of insiders like things like ETH and Cardano are. So Bitcoin really is the benchmark for all investment returns, and thus should be used as the denominator when measuring the success of an investment over a period of time. So instead of looking at this as the commenter was looking at ETH versus the US dollar, and we can see in fact that ETH is up quite a bit, it has in fact doubled over this period of time, you should be denominating your returns in Bitcoin because this is the real competitor, and we can see how ETH has just barely bounced off the bottom here, ETH versus BTC. As this chart is moving down, that means Bitcoin is strengthening relative to ETH. As it's moving up, it means ETH's strengthening relative to Bitcoin. But we can see really since September 15th of 2022, this ratio has been collapsing as Bitcoin appreciates at the expense of ETH. And this is what's happened since ETH moved from proof of work to proof of stake on September 15th, 2022. This has been the complete disaster. It's not this, because Bitcoin itself has rallied a lot as well as the US dollar has fallen, but this is the real comparison that needs to be made. So I'm trying to say this as nicely as I can, which unfortunately probably isn't very nicely. But what I'm trying to say is that people holding fiat or crypto instead of Bitcoin today will be working for Bitcoiners in the future, as will their children and grandchildren. If you're holding crypto instead of Bitcoin, it's not too late to stop being a future toilet brush wielder. There's still a chance for you to get on the winning team by dumping your crypto and buying Bitcoin with the proceeds. I think it's wise to get some Bitcoin as soon as you can and start hodling it, because when it comes to Bitcoin, time in the market beats timing the market. Don't worry about timing the market. No one can do that. You should just get yourself some Bitcoin and sit on it. That's what I've been telling people on this channel to do since 2019. Going forward, I think some will continue to listen, many will not. And that's why I thought it was important to put together this series of frequently asked questions for Bitcoiners that they can use in the future when deciding which type of bankrupt shitcoiner to hire to clean their toilets. A number of questions here. Why not use XRP, ADA, Cardano, or Hex holders to clean your toilet in the future? Reason number one, cleaning toilets properly is a skill set that probably exceeds the meager cognitive abilities of almost all holders of XRP, Cardano, Hex, and other cryptos. These people may also understand little to nothing about personal hygiene. That's another problem. So they may find the concept of cleaning an external object like a toilet, when they can't even clean themselves, cleaning an external object like a toilet, they may find this concept extremely confusing and frustrating. Remember, these are people who literally believe that the world is going to move to a Hex standard. Reason number two, if you use an XRP holder to clean your toilet, you might also end up catching a social disease from them. So please be careful. A lot of these XRP people are quite creepy. Continuing with the questions, what's the best way to reward an ETH holder who's been working diligently cleaning your toilets for 3 months? I think after 3 months, it's appropriate to give the ETH holder a toilet brush. But before that, an ETH holder will almost always be more comfortable using their bare hands to clean your toilet. In conclusion, you can either be the one sitting high up on the porcelain throne or the one scrubbing it in the future. So choose wisely. I would suggest that you choose Bitcoin. Don't choose crypto. Your descendants' forearm muscles and pride are at stake. So don't be the party pooper who ruins everything for them, because you do have a choice. And I think Saifedean Ammous puts it quite well here. You can either swallow the bitter pill, the bitter orange pill today, so you don't have to take the giant orange suppository tomorrow. Another great quote from Saif. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe and like buttons. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I publish my next video. And let me know your questions and comments in the comment section below. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.